If you garden, it's likely you're in the process of harvesting your crops. But before you could enjoy the fruits, of course, there was a lot of labor. And my next guest says this same idea, this same concept applies to life. You have to give time and effort to your goals to feel the results. And when you get discouraged along the way, she reminds us that the harvest cannot be prevented. Life coach Tiffany Peterson joining me in studio with this hopeful and very beautiful message. It's so good to see you.
Oh, so good to see you.
Before
babe.
we jump into your wise words, can we just pause and celebrate?
Yes.
You were the most beautiful bride,
Oh,
recently
friend.
married, and
Yes.
you were the most handsome couple. You married a hottie.
Oh, he's so
very
handsome.
handsome. You're so elegant. He brings a little bit of rugged to it. That wedding just looked idyllic too. It looked stunning, Tiffany. I'm so happy for you.
We had the most beautiful day, like gorgeous weather. We got married at the Sundance Resort, and he's just a love, Brooke. He's so good to me, and he's such a blessing to my life. I'm so thankful.
I think of the happiness that you've injected into so many other people through their businesses, their pursuits, their passions, their relationships, and to see your happiness celebrated just made my heart just burst.
Oh,
Thrilled for
friend.
you.
Thank you for celebrating me.
Thrilled for you. Thrilled for you. So the law of the harvest. Explain what this means.
Oh, this is one of my very favorite teachings, by the way, of all time, right? And it's just this simple concept that what we plant and nourish will bring forward its like fruit or its similar result, right? And I got introduced to this phrase that the harvest cannot be prevented many years back when I was working for Franklin Covey. I was brand new in sales. I was a little overwhelmed, and one of my sales trainers would say that phrase over and over again.
The harvest cannot be prevented.
The harvest can't be prevented. And that gave me great hope. It's a great faith teaching that what you're putting effort into and deposits, because there is space, there's a waiting time frame from when we plant something to when we harvest, the in-between. And that phrase gives me great faith and hope to like the goals and the dreams and the relationships and the health and all the various things we might be pursuing. It's like your harvest is coming. Just be faithful, right? Be faithful.
It's affirming, and sometimes that's the message that we need to hang on to, right? It's just that faith-promoting line. There's a quote you love from Robert Stevenson that says, "Don't judge the day by the harvest you reap. Judge the day by the seeds you plant." How do we apply that idea to our lives?
What I love so much about this quote is that it's putting the focus on where we have control, right? Like in life, there's a lot of things we can't control, right? Like in my own business, and I coach a lot of people in that world, you can't control the sales or the promotions, perhaps. You can't control other people or your kids, but you can influence all of those things. And what I love about that quote is it's saying, don't judge the day by the outcome, by the big promotion or the big, celebration. Those things are coming, but a lot of life is the daily, mundane, chopping the wood, carrying the water, planting and nourishing, and it's in the cultivating. And that's where our power is like, what are you cultivating? And what's why I so love that quote is because it brings it back to like, who do I choose to be and how will I show up? Right? At work, at home, with life, with relationships. And that's where our influence is.
Can't control the harvest, can't control the outcome per se, but you can control what happens in the middle. And in the middle sometimes, Tiffany, is a lot of waiting, right? It's a lot of waiting for people out there that want something good and worthy. What would you say to that person that is in the middle?
We're all in the middle in some way or another, right? The home you're building, the house I'm looking for with my sweetheart, like you're in the middle always of something with kid raising, all of it. And I just think that it matters as cliche as it sounds, Brooke, it's cliche for a reason, is like finding joy in the journey. And similar, like you used the gardening example, is we all understand that, is like loving the process of gardening, right? It's not just the day that you harvest the tomatoes or the pumpkins or you see the flowers or the whatnot come to bloom. It's enjoying the process as best you can, right? Like it's okay to also have frustration. It's okay to be discouraged.
Sure.
But when we're saying, I want to live a more intentional life, that I'm going to focus on what I can control and I'm going to focus on enjoying the process of the growth, the process of the cultivating of what I'm up to.
I remember our own Dr. Liz Hale once saying, if you can find joy in the mundane, you will be joyful.
Yeah,
and that's
so
stuck
true.
with me, whether it's, the changing of the diapers or the cleaning of the house or the grunt work in your business or whatever it is, like this is it. Like if you can find joy in that, that's joyful living.
I mean, that's like, there's the home run gem, what you just shared, right? That's it. Is like, can I enjoy the process and really like, I'm loving the process. Yes, the outcome is coming, but like, I love the process of my business, of the contacting, the connecting, the relationship building, not just the sale.
Yeah. You do say persistence matters. And in the last minute we have together, talk to me about that persistence and how that will pay off in one way or the other.
Yeah. What I love about persistence is it's a choice. Sometimes we think of persistence as a feeling, but it's more than a feeling, it's a decision.
I love that.
And so I can choose to be persistent, right? Like with my health goals or wellness goals, in relationships I'm nourishing, business goals, projects, parenting, all the things that this applies to, it's a choice. And it's saying, okay, I'm going to choose. One thing that helps my own persistence is visiting my vision more regularly, is coming back to like, who am I becoming? What am I creating here? What's the marriage, relationship, the business, the outcome that I do want to see happen? And that helps fuel the persistence along the journey for me.
I love this message and I adore you. Where can we get more from you, Tiffany?
You can find me on Instagram at Tiff Peterson, or my website is tiffanyspeaks.com.
Some great coaching opportunities this fall, right?
Yeah,
too, with
lots
your
of fun
courses.
going on.
And so be sure to check it out there. We'll link you from our website. And congratulations
Thanks,
again,
sweetheart.
Mrs.